Hey guys, Courtney Patrick here from Create and Propel. I am a freelance brand consultant, and I am so honored to be the guest speaker on the Digital Glue Sliced series about the power of messaging, where I will be sharing all of the tips you need to know on how you can leverage a consistent brand to win more business and attract more customers. And who wouldn't want both of those things? So let's start out with a common myth. So it's very common for me to have an initial conversation with a client and for them to give me some excuse in lines of, I'm an SME or I'm a professional services firm or insert business type, so branding doesn't matter to me. And those are your famous last words because they are so very wrong. I think as business owners, we all understand the importance of brand in the consumer space and in the corporate space. It probably takes you just a few seconds to look around your house and to see some brand and realize that that probably influenced your decision to give away your money and purchase that item. But when it comes to B2B and attracting business in that professional services firm space, or maybe even as a smaller business, we think actually it's just the product or the service that we sell that's going to get our name into the market. And eventually, when we get to the top, that's when we start looking at our brand. But you could not be more wrong. You see, if we look at these big brands like Apple or Google or Virgin, or name whatever it is that's the brand that you have on your personal vision board for your business, the reason why they are where they are is because from the very beginning of their moment of opening that business, they knew what story that they had to tell the market. And through that story, when they were small, they built a connection with their customers and created a group of people. And that connection manifested into a cult following. And even though these brands are in the corporate space, and we all know the terrors that come with big business and all of the behind the scenes skeletons in the closet, people are still cult followers of these brands. And that's because they leveraged that time when they were small to go out into the market with this really authentic and unique story. And they brought people along on the journey. And that then turned into customer loyalty that is incredibly hard to break. So now is the time to do it. It doesn't matter where you are in your business, whether you're a couple of months old or you've been going for 25 years. Chances are you probably already have a story behind your brand. You're just not articulating it in the right way, and you're probably not consistently executing it. And that is going to be the key to your success. So here's why you need to pay attention. We live in the chaos that is 2020, which means that chances are most of the ways that your customers are engaging with your business are going to be online. So if you thought your competitor set was big before this, then welcome to the next level, because people have had their eyes opened up to not just brands that are local to them, but they're a lot more comfortable with purchasing from around the world, which means it's very, very hard for you to penetrate that market and to get your name out there and to reach people, which is key in the beginning. Did you know that it takes on average 5 to 7 impressions for a customer to recognize your brand? That is 5 to 7 times that someone is seeing your logo or whatever it is that you're pushing out into the market. Brands that are consistently executed have 3.5 times higher visibility, and they have 23% higher revenue on average. So that means if you focus on consistently executing your brand in the market, both in terms of how you look and the content that you send out and how you sound when you're pushing that content out, not only will you make more money, but you will reach more people and bring them into your sales funnel. This is so important. Who does not want to make more money? This is the key to that. So guys, how do we go about achieving that? How do we make more money for your business? There are 2 areas that we're going to tackle in this webinar. The first one is defining your tone of voice and your story. So if having that story to tell is so important, What is yours, and how do we connect it across channels so that it all feels like it's coming from the same person or organization? And the second is defining your visual identity. So if it takes those 5 to 7 impressions for someone to remember your brand, and every time you push out something that looks different, well, I think you know what the result of that would be. Those 5 to 7 impressions don't count. It has to be 5 to 7 of consistently looking information for somebody to be able to recognize you. So in that webinar, we're going to talk through the basic tips that you can incorporate into your business right now. And that's whether you have a skeleton crew or not. Very simple things that any business owner can do to help make sure that their brand is consistent. Whether you have the spend to design and write the best sounding and looking material, or you're making most of the resources that you currently have. Guys, we are realistic about this. This is a crazy time that we're all trying to get through as business owners. Consistency is the most important thing. When everything you publish sounds and looks the same, you become memorable and recognizable. When you're recognizable, people go to your site or they start to engage with you in some way. And when they're engaging with you in some way, they are entering into your sales funnel where you can begin to bring them on that conversion journey. It's really that simple and that important to your bottom line. If you're bringing them in with an inconsistent brand, then you are overworking yourself on that sales journey. And no business owner has time to do that in 2020. So I look forward to sharing more of these tips with you at our webinar. I will share the link in the caption below this and in the blog. But guys, if you are interested, it's www.digitalglue.agency/professional services. It's Thursday, the 17th of September from 11 to 12. Guys, you have 60 minutes to give to this. I look forward to speaking with you then.